I know there are a lot of people who are like, don't let men harden your heart. Don't try to act like a man. Don't blah, 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 blah. And I think it's unfortunate because that's just more patriarchal programming that is shaming women for simply being confident, vigilant, and wanting to protect themselves and having boundaries. We're always supposed to be sweet and gentle and nice and forgiving and temperature checking and understanding and accommodating and adaptable. We're always supposed to be forgiving and forgetting. And one of our major downfalls as women is having concern for people who don't deserve it. Let's talk about it in regards to romantic relationships. One, he told you a sad story about how his baby mama is keeping him away from his kids, yet he has not stepped foot in a courtroom. He tells you some sad story about how he's only living with his parents because he's taking care of them, when in actuality he's just a broke-ass biatch looking for somebody else to mooch off of because he's tired of living with his parents. Let's say you both break up, and I'm going to use two examples that I heard on TikTok, okay? One lady broke up with her man, felt bad for him, takes the time to help him find a new place, takes the time and buys him all new furniture. And what does he do? Fucks up all the furniture. It gets eaten up by mice, mildew, and he doesn't take care of the place where he's staying. Another woman has sympathy for the father of her children after they get divorced, and she decides, you know what, I'm not going to put him on child support. And you know what he does? Spends years harassing her, taking her to court, and here's the kicker. She wound up getting put on child support. I don't know how many times I have to say this. The system is rigged in the favor of men, not for you. Okay? The system is rigged so that men will always be taken care of, whether that is by their parents or whether that is by you. That's why it's okay for them to have standards and expectations, and they get to be attracted to people, but it's not okay for you, and you simply have to just take whatever you can get and give everybody a chance, and or you're superficial if money matters or looks matter. You can't care about that stuff. You're too picky. If you break up with a guy, you have to understand and let him stay in your fucking apartment until he gets his own place. You have to be understanding because that's the father of your children. These men are using you. They're using you. If y'all break up, that's it. Get the fuck out of my house. If y'all get a divorce, you're an adult. Get your own fucking place. Get your own furniture. Get your own shit to go in your place. You helped me make these kids, so you're going to help take care of them financially. Patriarchal programming has us thinking that it is some badge of honor to constantly be understanding of his situation and how he feels, and you don't want to be perceived as some selfish bitch. And you will let them destroy your peace, destroy your mind, destroy your space, destroy your body, destroy your finances, all in the name of you being Miss Martyr Nicey Nice Pants. That he's living with his parents because he takes care of them. Well, you need to see some evidence of that. And why all of a sudden does he need to stop taking care of his parents and move in with you? What happened to his parents being ill or in dire straits? Magically because he's met you? All of a sudden his parents are healed and he doesn't need to live with them anymore. Be so fucking... His ex is keeping him from his kids, but he's never gone to court. He hasn't even filed paperwork, let alone his nasty ass dirty fingernails. He's telling you, well, I'm still living with my ex because we can't afford it. Okay, you know what, that's cool. Sometimes people do that, but you need to get your shit together before we can even talk. You need to get out of her place before we can talk. And depending on how soon it was that y'all broke up, we ain't talking at all. Have sympathy for yourself. If you have children, they should be your priority. You should be your priority, not taking care of some grown-ass man. Trust me, he can figure his life out. Oh, well, I don't want him to end up homeless. Well, maybe that's what it's going to take for him to wake the hell up and fix his life. But you constantly spoon-feeding him shit isn't going to do anything but cause him to continue to mooch off of you and to use you. The only people in this world who will never be homeless or out on the streets are my 2 children. If you are not them, you better fucking figure your life out, because it's not my responsibility. And disclaimer, I'm not talking about like charitable causes or anything like that. Don't get it twisted. Some of y'all don't have critical thinking skills, so I unfortunately have to make that disclaimer. But yes, in friendship, in life, in family, in relationships, my responsibility is to make sure that my children are taken care of for the rest of their lives, because they didn't ask to be here, and it's my job as their parent to make sure they always have everything they need to thrive and to be happy and healthy. The same priority goes to myself, because if I'm not happy, healthy, and safe, I can't do much for my children at all. So if you're a grown man and you're having a hard time, I suggest you dial 211. They'll ask you for your zip code and what it is that you're needing. They can point you in the direction of food and shelter and mental health care or whatever it is that you need. But I am not 211, okay? Be self-sufficient. Take care of yourself. I ain't got no sympathy for you. Stop having sympathy for these men. Let them figure their shit out, because nobody is hovering over you, helping you figure shit out. And you did it, so they can do it too. Stop letting these men take advantage of you.